Hello, hello. Hi, you guys. How are you doing? Yeah, a lot of stuff happened today. Like I told you guys at our new moon solar eclipse, things were going to get rocking fast, quickly. And I also told you that this entire year is going to be topsy-turvy, up and down. But it by no means is doing any favors for the bad guys. I almost am quietly laughing, almost, about this breaking news. I'm like, are we already to this point? We're this is where we are already? I'm like shocked, but I'm not shocked as well. I want you guys to just right now embrace total radical self-love. This is the season because we had Venus go into Aries. I'm going to tell you more about that because I was tweeting it about today. I'm going to also show you guys how these guys are totally screwed. They're done. This is their biggest ace, and they're playing it right now. What is the breaking news that I'm talking about is that it was leaked tonight that apparently SCOTUS took a vote to overturn ROE. Okay, we got it. Things to be finalized won't happen until this summer. What happens by this summer? Well, we have another arse-kicking full moon eclipse in a couple of weeks. And I'm telling you, this is not friendly for the GOP at all. They are at the end. I am going to show you why they're at the end. I'm going to finally show you guys that ROE chart that I've been wanting to show you guys for over a year. And I've always been saying, especially on Twitter, I'm like, you guys, I know you don't want to hear this, but we kind of need a new ROE chart. We don't want this ROE chart. We will never, ever get what we truly and authentically want and need and what was the true meaning behind ROE. We'll never get it with that chart. And here we are. The United States had a Pluto return. Essentially, she was reborn again. It's rebirth on USA 2.0. In February. We've had other things happening as well, but this is the first solar eclipse we have had since our Pluto return, and it has whacked the GOP hard and Donald. And I know that they were doing something in the background. They were doing something in the works recently, because I'm like, they're just so quiet. They're just ridiculously stupid quiet. And that was the tell. And this was it this whole time. And I'm like, this is the best you have? This is it? This is like their end game, you guys. Really, it is. This is how bad it is for them. But I digress. Let me say hello to you guys. Hello, hi Paisley and Almost Empty Nester and Wendy and Jules and Charlie. Whoops, I'm sorry. And Patricia and Carol Davis, I'm awake. Hi. Hi, Tara Love. And Martha and Snow Wolf, Jules, Lori, Pammy. How are you guys doing? Hi, Nancy, Rudy, and Jennifer and Leslie. Says, hey, everyone, stunned but not surprised. Nope, not at all. And Purple Sky and Sandy. Connie B. Hi, Queen's Tarot. Crazy. You got it right. Catherine Rodriguez. This is devastating. We're not going to be devastated. Okay? Don't go there with these energies. Don't go to devastation. Do not go to depression. We are not going to create from a platform for that because it invites more of that. And the way the GOP uses ROE time and time again and anti-abortion is to divide and conquer because it incites the base, it turns them into a frenzy, and it is their biggest bang for their buck. I mean, hello, they ran on it. Donald got 3 Supreme Court justices as such. Divide and conquer. A year ago in May, do you know what they started working on? The mask mandate, and they were attacking school boards. And they beat that drum all the way through the summer into the fall, and it crescendoed right in time for the elections, and then poof, nobody was talking about school boards again. This is on the exact same trajectory. And if you want to get depressed about it, fine, that's your prerogative. Put a pin in that, please, until June, okay? We need your best selves with radical self-love and radical self-belief that we're going to get this done. I promise you, you guys. I have led you down the path this entire way. You don't even believe the gauntlet of shit we have been through cosmically, because I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to be, standing at the end of all this. I didn't tell you guys that, but holy crap, did my Venus Jupiter get hammered bad. I am telling you guys, yes, it's been terrible. But you have to look at the function of the GOP and how they manipulate ROE and what it nets them time and time again. So please don't get triggered, and please don't throw it all over social media, because they're going to exploit that and they're going to just be so super ugly. Because when Venus goes into Aries, which happened overnight, like when Venus is in Scorpio, this is when they are their most ugliest, their worst misogyny comes through. Oh, also Venus retrograde. And when it's strong guy tactics. This news came breaking tonight, and not even 10 minutes later, suddenly my third eye sees Joe Manchin is laughing his arse off about all this. They are laughing because they know how much it means to us, but it's a game to them. Politics is a game. It's a power play. That is how we have to look at the Republican Party. And this game, they are losing miserably. I know you can't see it right now. I see it all the time. I see it when stuff breaks. And what has led to that? They played their final ace today. They are done. They're so done. Okay. Hi, Marjorie. Hi, Joseph. Dr. Jersey, yes, they did seal their fate with the midterms. Okay. T-Ride, not depressed either. Okay, the first time, the women ahead of us, generations ahead of us, that fought for ROE to get that, they went through hell. They absolutely went through hell. And we are their daughters, their nieces, their granddaughters. We are them. And there's no way in hell that this generation of apps and convenience is going to put up with this shit. They're not. We are not reinventing that wheel again to fight so hard for that. And when I tuned in with Pelosi earlier, she's got a plan. They're ready to go. I think our administration has been expecting this, and they've just, been waiting for it to pop. Because, and this is the other thing, we cannot let stuff leak. We can't let any of our plans get out. They just need to lay their miserable selves out in public for all to see. And they keep getting upended every single time. Electra, I'm not answering that question right now about it being codified by Congress. I promise you that Pelosi has a plan, and I promise you this is not going to go how they're planning for this to go. Okay? So, can I repeat again? Please drop the angst and the anxiety, okay? You need to do a radical pivot right now, because what Venus into Aries does for the self is give you radical self-love. Venus into Aries, I know the classical ancient astrologers, Hellenistic astrology is going to be upset with me because, Venus is in its fall in Aries, because she has to abide by the rules of Mars. So what? We love spring. We love new beginnings. We love having that power and that resilience and that optimism that Aries ushers in with a new season. Venus is just asking you to fall in love where Aries goes, where Mars goes. Mars in Aries defends itself. It takes no shit. It will not have anything to do with anything out there. It is ready to go and fight, their offendedness. Venus in Aries gives that will and that sustenance. It codifies that value within of what you're going to fight for. Please do not give your power over to the Republican Party, because this is a joke to them. I am dead serious. You have to internalize this Venus in Aries, because Venus in Aries, radical self-love. Aries represents the self. It represents courage. It represents how you meet the world. It is full of self. This is the time when you're supposed to actually get really kind of self-absorbed. If there's ever a time to be self-absorbed and love your thoughts and ideas and your values, this is it. And it gives you the energy to, when you're confronted with something that, makes you tremble or you get really small in a reflexive way, this is what gives you the will to say, not this time, mofo. And you react differently because you're defending yourself differently. This is the energy you need right now, especially when it comes to ROE. There is no way we are going to get small and scared and fretful because of ROE. ROE is begging for life and love, unconditional love. But yet we have the GOP and everywhere screaming, murderers, shameful, you're horrible, baby killers. How can you fall in love with a value when you got that crap in your face? How can you? It's impossible. But it's a joke for them. Yes, there are many that take it absolutely seriously, but functional-wise, its functionality in politics is a power grab, and that is all they care about. Just wait till you see what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a lot of charts. I'm going to just try to keep it really simple and connect the dots for you. And you're going to feel a lot better. Okay? Just FYI, this is not going to be the Asteroids Live. Oh my God. Thank you, everybody who responded, who wanted to know where their asteroids were. I think I've got like over 200 between Twitter and YouTube, and I will find those, because you know why? Because you want to know why? We're going to start something cool. We're going to start something new, because this was a new moon solar eclipse for the United States version 2.0, and we are all citizens, the most important role in our nation per President Obama. When we find out how each one of us aligns with that new moon solar eclipse in Taurus, that gives each of you, because there's going to be overlap in different signs. That's going to show us where you are the strongest as far as being an activist, being an advocate. Those people whose asteroids are in Aries right now are the best warriors we have right now to take action and call and get out there and fight for this, okay? But if your asteroid happens to be in Libra this time around, kind of sit back, because you're going to waste a lot of energy trying to get something done. Your role is going to be something different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of our asteroids, I'm going to chart it out with this new moon solar eclipse, and then we're going to figure out, you guys are going to have basically teams, if you want to think of it that way, wherever the sign of your asteroid falls. And we're going to talk about the best way from being an activist to take that energy and surge forward. Genius. General Flynn thought he had digital armies. Bitch. He's got nothing when it comes to cosmic armies, citizens in the flesh. Can't even hold. They're done. We have so much good in our way, and we are going to do this. We're going to do this. How are you guys doing? Yes, Todd Douglas, there's a righteous army of powerful souls coming. Those who are half-arsed. How you guys? Cause good trouble? Yes. Biatch? Yeah. General Flynn has got nothing. Hi, Michael Grant. Michael Grant's here. We've missed you. I promise you I will get more regular, you guys, into this this cycle. It's like I said, I've been having my arse kicked. So anyway, you see what I did here with my purple? Because YouTube can read. It can read letters of different colors, and that's why I added the heart. So anyway, I am not worried at all. Oh my God. So let's first, I'm going to just show you some things about this Republican Party chart, okay? So this was March 20th in 1854 in Ripon, Wisconsin. You know, that town of Ripon, there's like a political action group for Ripon that has gone the wrong way. But anyway, this is at 12 p.m. Ripon, Wisconsin. If you will notice, I need a highlighter. Too many colors going on here. Oh my God. Holy effing balls, you guys. They're so screwed. Okay. So this chart we have on the ascendant. So if this is the Earth spinning, here's the sun on that day. The point is Ripon, Wisconsin. If you look towards the east, you would see on the ascendant 19 degrees Cancer. Family. Family values, family. The USA is, her sun is in Cancer, so this is like family, military. The moon, things wax and wane with the moon. At the top of the chart, where the sun hits its highest point, it's 27 degrees Pisces. Right now, Jupiter is 28 degrees. 28 degrees Pisces. In fact, listen to this. At that new moon solar eclipse, Venus and Jupiter were conjunct Pisces. Oh, you guys are going to like this. And I was like, you guys, weird. I think I said this on Twitter. I'm like, how weird is that? That this Venus-Jupiter conjunct 27 degrees Pisces is an exact square to 27 degrees Sagittarius, where we had the Venus conjunct Jupiter at the galactic center, which was the return of the divine feminine. You think she's going to put up with this? And now we're just talking about the divine feminine, okay? She's been kicking ass all over the place, and she even gave us Vice President Kamala Harris. I did that live. You guys were screaming because you were excited because the patriarchy was done. She's been doing a lot of work. This isn't going to happen at this. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. So from 2019, actually, the divine feminine here in this area of public servants has been kicking the Republican Party's arse. Think about how many things they've lost out to regarding women. And think about how belligerent they've become, even more so against women. They do not want women to vote, okay? And how many times have I said, I already said that earlier, they're their biggest assholios when Venus is weak. Look at this. Venus in their chart, it's not in the area about morals. It's not in the area about substance and values. It's not in the area about our networks and our friendships and our alliances. It is in this 8th house of life and death. Venus, obviously representing women, but money, taxes, other people's money, fundraising, campaigns, dark money, taxes. This is the category that women are in. Assets, this is your asset down here, but their asset has Mars, the man, there. Venus is here in Pisces, retrograde. Venus cannot defend herself when it comes to the Republican Party, and it comes to money, and it comes to politics, and it comes to issues that are taboo. She is going to lose. But we got a new chart at our Pluto return. This is how she's been set up all this time. Solely about money and power, because Scorpio is destructive and it is power hungry. And that leads to, in their chart, this ninth area of laws and lawmakers with Neptune creating a fog on the laws and why we're doing this. We're so pro-life. No, you're not. We know you're not pro-life. We're about family value. No, you're not. We know that you are not. You're not. So, that's the function of Venus right off the bat for these assholes. Oh, Leos. But here's the thing. The sun in the Republican chart, their life force, their goals, who they're going to become, is at 29 degrees Pisces. This degree is the very last degree of the zodiac. It is known as not a fortunate degree, because Pisces is about undoing. We're going to undo women. We're going to undo laws. Here we are. This is the founding chart. The sun at 29 degrees Pisces. It's at the end of the cycle. It's at the end of the road. This is why they can't really do something and become something more. This is it. And this is at the top of the chart. Okay? So, when Roe in 1973 was made law, look at this chart. We are going to look over here at the rising sign in the east. What gives life to this chart for Roe in 1973 is 29 degrees Pisces. The life that has been given to Roe is the end of a cycle. There's not much life there. It's in Pisces. One's undoing, illusion. But the Republican chart has the sun at 29 degrees. Can you understand how they believe they own Roe? They own women, they own taxes, they own dark money, they have power, and they own Roe. This cosmically is in their blueprint. Even for those that weren't even born, the Republican Party is possessive of and has owned Roe since day one. And we know that because it was a Republican SCOTUS, But the Republican Party gets to say whether it lives or it doesn't. And for that very reason alone, I wanted a new Roe chart, because I knew we would always be at the mercy of them at the end of a cycle. So here we are, USA version 2.0. The first thing up to bat with them at a solar eclipse is Roe. My goodness. Roe, my goodness. How are you guys doing? Okay, so much is coming out ahead of midterms. Yes, Gaia, we're just getting started. And Pelosi, holy cow. Did you see what she did with this new moon solar eclipse? She was in freaking Ukraine with her allies. Then she went to Poland to reaffirm all that stuff. The day of USA Pluto return, she was reborn, new power. Pelosi wasn't in the United States. She was in the UK with our allies, reinforcing our partnerships. You guys, she is good. So Pelosi has a plan. We cannot get ahead of ourselves. If you are anxious and upset about this, I would encourage you to meditate on that, make some wishes and some intentions, and just radically pour that self-love on you just because you're worth it. Just because Roe is worth it. You guys, how grateful do you feel? How grateful would you feel if the world saw that Roe was worth it? How can you feel that gratitude that wants to come out, that is whole and complete because Roe survived, because Roe is the law of the land? How would you feel? How grateful would you feel if we never ever again had to worry about Roe, and we had a equal rights amendment? I'm not asking whether or not it's not happening right now. I'm not asking that. I'm just asking, how would that feel? And these are really hard feelings to grasp at, which means we need to work on that more, because even we are not clear on our love for Roe. We exude anger. We do. We need to exude more love of Roe, love of self, love of women, love of the divine feminine, love and worthiness, the worthiness that we are worth it. We're all worth it. That's a big leap. I just can feel everyone's vibe just going, what? What? Record scratch? What did she say? We got to work on that. We absolutely have to work on that, okay? Okay, miracles. Yes. Okay, so we have some vibes that need to be cleaned up all around Roe for whatever reason. The Republican Party does not have this confusion over it. They are very pleased with it because they get so much attention and energy from it. They get so much money from it. They're able to easily manipulate people over it. Donald got 3 SCOTUS positions, and they have 0 resistance about it. Everybody, we all need to clean up this vibe, okay? Because it's abusive. It's abusive AF and traumatizing AF. We gotta get rid of that. We deserve a better Republican Party. We're done with this crap with them. The United States is worth a better Republican Party. The United States is worth sound laws, right laws, and equality and freedom for all, okay? So, anyway, where was I going with that? Hello, you guys. Nope, it's not a scary news day. It's not a scary news day. We are worthy of good news. We are worthy of having things go our way. Get out of the fear, you guys. You have to commit to getting out of fear, okay? Radical self-love will get you there, okay? So, I was saying why the Republican Party owns Roe, because the horoscope is set up that way. In fact, I want to cut this out. I need to cut this out. Where are my scissors? Yes, the divine feminine is not happy about this either. But I knew something was coming, and this was it, and I was just not surprised at all. Okay, so I need to put on... Okay. So, can you see this? So, Roe's Law, January 22nd, 1973. Holy shit, you guys. The ascendant, what gives life to the chart, is 29 degrees. Pisces, an unlucky degree, but that is where the Republican Party's sun is. Okay, this is what gives them life. But looky here. We take their chart and we rotate it. What's in the area of secrets and hidden enemies? Women and Neptune. Confusion, disillusion, getting hit in your blind spot about laws and legislation. That is how Roe is set. And in fact, when you look at the top of the chart, there's Jupiter in Capricorn, and it's fall because it's ruled by Saturn, expanding things for the worse. It's in the skies. It has an expansive effect in that it blankets everything in government. It blankets everything with lawmakers and politicians, and it blankets the way things are ruled and the law runs, okay? But stick a pin in that, because what happened to these a-holes is what happened to Beijing on January 12th, 2020. And January 12th, for those of you who have been with me, is the Great Reset. The Great Reset. That was the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. We hadn't seen it in an Earth sign, with Uranus in Taurus and also Jupiter there since like the 13th dynasty of Egypt. And what the Saturn-Pluto conjunction promised to do was to change world power and structures of government. And then we had the pandemic. Would you say that world power and government structures have changed since then? Now, the Republican Party at this point, at this 22-degree point in Capricorn, has Jupiter. That is also where Beijing, China, has their Jupiter at 22 degrees Capricorn. See, they've got a relationship going, you guys. But for Beijing, it is over here in the House of Secrets and Hidden Enemies. This is why they're able to keep this secret so well, okay? So the Saturn-Pluto conjunction came and blew that all up. China's still on lockdown. There's been this is what kicked Don Julio out of office, you guys. This is what gave the United States, the Democrats, control the executive, judicial, and the legislative branches. You can trace it back to here, and every time that it clicks, okay? But wait, there's more. There's so much more. This has been in place. This row chart got a radical makeover too on this day. And notice for the Republican Party, where is this expansive blanket of controlling government? The 7th house of your opposition. It's either your partner or your opposition. Your partner, China, yeah. Women and Democrats, no. It's breaking free, you guys. This stuff takes time. There's been other things that have happened, but primarily I wanted to show you this, okay? Oh, Jesus, we have to look at this too. Also in the Republican chart, these assholios, you guys, do you see this right here? Oh, these are highlighted. I need my eraser. Well, here. They're toast. They're so freaking toast. So the other thing. So when you have the sun, that is like your life force. This is the thing where you, like your soul's purpose, what you're going to do, what inspires you to radiate and shine. So, and then you have your moon, which is your emotional self, your physical body, your reflexes, okay? So we know that the sun at 29 Pisces is just really bad for them, okay? The end of a cycle. Their moon, listen to these a-holes. Listen to this. I'm sorry, I can't use any other words that YouTube won't buffer on, okay? Their freaking moon is 60 degrees Sagittarius. Ah! If this sounds familiar to you, that's because this asteroid WUHAN, yes, WUHAN as in China, Donald's WUHAN is 16 degrees Sagittarius. And like we think of COVID, global, every continent, destruction, a war on the immune system, WUHAN is an asteroid of war, devastation, destruction. It was prominent in 9/11. It was prominent with Pearl Harbor, the 1918 plague, and most recently, obviously, COVID. So this WUHAN asteroid is war. The Republican Party, their moon is 16 degrees Sagittarius. This is where they feel nurtured and secure. and they've jumped on the bandwagon of Donald's war on America and his alliances with Russia and China. Because in the Russia horoscope right here, the 5th house right here, that's the house of the leader. And right at that cusp, at the most powerful degree for the Russia, for the president, it's like 15 degrees Sagittarius, 53 minutes. It's conjunct WUHAN. So this Russia is going to be seeking out others that rule by devastation and war. On top of it, over here, in the China chart, at this very top, this 11th house, at the most powerful point of your friends and your networks and your wishes, is exactly also 15 degrees Sagittarius, 53 minutes. War. You're going to have alliances. The president is going to pick alliances and networks who like to have war. The president of Russia is going to like to rule by war. Don Julio, his WUHAN is 16 degrees Sagittarius, and the way the Republican Party feels comforted and secured and nurtured is by doing his bidding for a war on the U.S. and the world. They're sucked into it, okay? But thankfully, we had eclipses. The losing a solar figure last December 2021, where that also got his butt out of here because there's the south node of the moon. The south node releases things that we no longer need. So the GOP, since the Great Reset too, is lost dear leader. They're on the verge of losing dear Russia and dear China. You got it. Let me check in with you guys. I know that is so much information I've shared with you, but just wait, there's so much more. Okay? Hi, Juno. It's okay. Yes, there's a guaranteed blue wave. Yes, Charlie Diaper is toast. Hi, Clarence. Yes. Michael, part of fortune is 15 SAG and North Node 17 SAG. Okay, Michael, by that, in and of itself, you are a force to be reckoned with to take on this particular degree, the way your chart is set up. So know that, especially with this new moon solar eclipse, you especially are equipped to do whatever it is with, you know, your big smart brain and your insights to get to who needs to know what and, you know, do that. Okay. Okay. Hello, Kim C. The Divine Feminine loves toast. Don't forget to breathe and vote. Yes. Okay. Are we good? Are we good here? Marie, yeah, this all blows my mind. Yes, but wait. Okay, can we please get our radical self-love on? Because we're awesome. We're so awesome, and we just deserve the very best government and ruling parties and people who know how to run this. But can I just also point out to you the timing of this coming out? So we're going to be talking, they're counting on us mobilizing and just get the blinders on and totally just talk about Roe until Election Day. Because after Election Day, they're done with this. And this is going to disappear from the news again, just like those attacks on school board meetings went poof after Election Day. And those attacks on school board meetings got their traction a year ago, May. I've been waiting to see what they are planning for this election season, and this is it. Okay? So, they're toast. They're absolutely toast because what else have we seen since the Great Reset? January 12th, 2020. I mean, think about that. We didn't have an election until the upcoming November, and then there was an insurrection. Well, I need a new chart. At the Great Reset, here's another point I want to show you. This was the chart then. I know it's messy. The most important thing I want you to look is the Eastern horizon. What gives life to the reset of the United States of America, looking at the eastern horizon. Like, you know, you wake up in the morning, you look outside, you know what kind of day it's going to be. That sets the tone. Kind of the same thing. Well, at the Great Reset, and now this is 2020. The ascendant has 1 degree Taurus, a money sign. Venus ruled women. I knew the GOP was going to have problems then, because if this is what's giving you life, plus Uranus, sudden, shocking, upheaval, upset, is conjunct that. It's just going to shake everything down. The Republican Party, their Pluto, the thing that empowers them, gives them power with their networks and their friends and their alliances, is 1 degree Pluto and square to the ascendant. The Republican Party's sense of empowerment and dark deals and dark habits. I mean, how many of them are getting arrested these days for creepy crimes? Their weirdness was on the platter, and that would be smashed. They're self-destructing. It's been in the stars, okay? This thing with Roe is their final plan, okay? So I knew that. Roe is law. There's a lot of other things to look at. Oh my God. Look at here. Jesus. But the other thing I want you guys to look at, the other thing that's in the background that we're not really paying attention to, I will tell you that when Putin is hurting, he has the Republican Party do their stuff to hurt the people because he wants to see our pain. He wants to see the U.S. argue with one another, like when DeSantis was doing all of his stuff. I promise you, there's a phone that goes between Russia and like Coke, for entertainment purposes only, Heritage, all of them that give their script to the Republican Party. And they're all freaking Nazis. But that's how the timing always works. It keeps replicating in the tarot cards over and over and over again. Putin kind of doesn't have many lifelines left. I cannot even, the more since we saw Blinken and Austin in Ukraine, and then the 40 countries sitting united around the table, that freaked them the F out, and they're terrified, absolutely terrified. So that's happening. The McCarthy tapes happened. Weird Madison caught, oh my God, he's just not even worth talking about. We're still not talking about Ginny or Clarence, and they are in trouble from January 6th. They're hoping we get the blinders on and just put all of our efforts into this and forget talking about everything else. But this was very interesting to me because I looked at their chart again and I'm like, you know, back on January 6th, because this is as upsetting as an attack like on January 6th, right? That's an attack on our government. It's an attack on our constitutional rights. Am I right? Right? So this is a chart with the entry when they broke through that window. This chart has Gemini on the horizon, on the eastern horizon, you know, the messaging, the people, Don Julio. This is on the descendant. Holy crap. Oh, ooh. There we go. Look at this. I just saw this. Venus on that day, 27 degrees Sagittarius, returned to where she was with the divine feminine. And that was in the area of the opposition to the people going and breaking in. These are like the lawmakers. And the divine feminine was there with our lawmakers. I swear to God, protecting the Capitol, because it is just miraculous that things didn't go down. But this is what gives life. This is what they're trying to do. But when you look, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I can't go there. I can't go there. I was thinking about a different chart. Where is it? 27, 27. Hold that thought. It was really powerful. 29, 29. I swear we had their sun at the bottom of this chart, but I think I'm thinking of a different chart. I am thinking of a different chart. You know why? Oh, this is even better. You know what? Okay, yes. This was terrible. January 6th, attack on democracy. And now what's happening? We're in a war. We're having to deal with Nazis everywhere. They showed up there. Do you see this? This is the day. This is the day. You guys, this is the day the Nazis surrendered in Berlin. Okay? This is the chart. What grounds this entire chart, its very foundation that is centered on with its center of gravity in how it defends itself and it protects its kind. This is how the Nazis are protecting themselves by surrendering, because it's going to get even worse. Dun, dun, dun. 29 degrees Pisces. Do you see this? Do you see how freaking done these guys are? It's time for the Nazis to get the F out of here. We just had the United States Pluto return version 2.0. Everyone is talking about how the United States is assuming its leader of the free world once again, and the NATO alliances are stronger than ever before. This was before NATO. But we know when the Nazis surrendered. And this is another reason why I think the Republican Party is playing their last hand, and it's not going to work. Hello. Do you guys see that? Let me check in. I mean, is this just crazy awesome? Media, you are wrong. Who is this person? U.S. is collapsing quickly. Wrong place. You're wrong. Hi, Debsy. You missed all the good stuff. Go away. Remove. Okay. We are not collapsing. Okay. Okay. So, anyway, you guys got that? Do you realize this? The armistice, the Nazi surrendering, is activated with this Republican Party chart. They're so Nazi. They can't even hide it. And also on this, was it this one? When they surrendered, our transits today, there is another crazy parallel here. The armistice, the Nazi surrender. Mercury was at 2 degrees Gemini. This is your opponent. The Nazis don't want to surrender. This is like the last thing they can throw at us. The moon is at 6 degrees Gemini. There's the other parallel just from today of them doing that. The other thing that happened, we have dark moon Lilith, the pain, at 2 degrees Cancer, the feminine being rejected and abandoned. 2 degrees Cancer, that is conjunct USA Venus. Hello, Venus again, women. Dark moon Lilith has arrived to hurt women when this was announced. That is the political role, the political function of the GOP and Roe versus Wade. It is about power, and they don't care, and women scare them to death because that is the end of their power. Oh my gosh, there's so many parallels to this. There was one more. Roe is law. I mean, like, this is when ROE was law. Remember, I was explaining earlier why the GOP owns this ROE chart and it's designed to hurt people. This is your opposition. Pluto, I'm going to destroy you. Uranus, I am going to hurt you in ways that you would never expect. Libra, with our laws and with alliances around the world, and it is going to hurt. We've got the moon here. Oh my God, listen to this. That moon, ROE became law when the moon, these assholes, was 21 degrees Virgo. Do you understand? USA Neptune is 22 degrees Neptune, or 22 degrees Virgo. 22 degrees Virgo, Neptune. I talked about this before. Neptune is where the GOP, this is white supremacy in the United States chart. Okay? ROE was law, the 21 degrees Virgo, leading that charge of white supremacy. But in the USA chart at 19 degrees Virgo is that dark moon Lilith. I think I talked about this last time or 2 times ago, how this is the pain of the feminine. And the Neptune is how the GOP would always lie and gaslight about their laws and the white supremacy and how they would hide things in laws. But because as the earth spins, 19 degrees Virgo is ahead of this 21, 22. So it's like being a person of color. It's like being a woman who's been shamed and targeted. You have these assholios behind you making fun of you, provoking you, pulling the rug out from under your feet, and you walk around terrified. This is active with all that. But the good news, at this Pluto return, and I went into detail about this, at USA Pluto return, coincidentally at 22 Pisces, exactly opposite this is transit Neptune, which meant then that the United States version 2.0, as the Republican Party would hide behind their gaslighting lawmaker chambers and provoke people, set up ROE and set up the fight about abortion to get people to turn out politically with their power, I said they would no longer be able to use this little tool in their weaponry box because Neptune opposite Neptune, now there's an opposition. Now there is something else out there that lifts the fog of the crap that they're doing and provides a perspective, and we can see exactly what you're doing, and you suck at it. There is so much support here. We are going to win. I have no other way to say it than we are going to win. They're toast. This is such... And when they put this out on the table, like, this is their last ace card. It's their last ace card. I feel like I gotta grab cards, right? Okay. So, let's just see who's got their hands in the whole thing going down. I want to know Putin's relationship to what just happened. And you have to understand the reason why the radical right extremists on the Supreme Court need to do this now is because they want to eventually hold that as an example on everything else they're going to undo. So hopefully they can undo elections. They can't. They're all under freaking investigation. It just shows all the... They're so dumb and toast. Okay. Oh. Am I triggering something? Thank you, Deb Z. Miss Moderator is very busy. Okay. Okay. So... ROE was showing for me probably about a month ago with the set. They were swords, 7 of swords and 8 of swords. Seven of Swords literally cutting something out and not being allowed to do so. God, I wonder why that was. Tarot, show me row. Wait, I'm going to show you one more thing. I did the new moon teroscope. It's so horribly marked up. I'm sorry. The sun is still over here. Shared resources, life and death, our debts, taxes, dark money. And I just thought it was so weird that the astrology cards that were drawn were the 9th house of faith. Well, faith reversed. 9th house of faith, this has to do with our laws and our lawmakers. And it was just something that I was like, what? This is our lawmakers not being so faithful. And here I had death and the 6 of Cups reversed, meaning the 6 of Cups going back to something in the past and killing it. I just saw that today. We're going to have a lot of more super shocking news coming up every day this week, you guys. I mean, I didn't think we'd get started this fast, but I keep saying that every day. So, oh, and that makes sense why on the ascendant, what's giving life to DC at this new moon eclipse, Libra, our scales of justice reversed. Now, if all this whole time, Libra, I balance that astrology card, because it shows up all over the place, and I see it between Putin and G, I think they're helping to weaponize ROE. I just got a yes. Do you guys need more mods? Electra Storm wants to know if we need more mods. Electra, you're a mod. Add moderator. Okay. Thank you very much. Tarot, show me ROE. Because ROE is laughing. Like mocking. Who are all the justices? Oh my gosh, I just know there's 9. Then we're going to do Ginny over here. Oh, there's another country. Is this Saudi? Oh my God, there's another country. Holy cow. And then we will add. We'll add that. Okay? How does it relate to Roberts? Oh, Thomas, really? Cavanasty. Gore. He's smirking. And this banana's bitch. Gross. Mitch is smiling. Mansion. Republican Party, they are like in the Rose Garden celebrating with a keg of beer. Ginny. Putin, what do you have to do with this? Evil smile. Gee, what do you have to do with this? Saudis, what do you have to do with this? Another country. And which one I need a, which one? I want to know what intel FBI, all of them have, DOJ. The Knight of Pentacles. Dare I say more? RBG has been telling us since she passed, always look for the Knight of Pentacles. Okay? And everyone gets a card for what our FBI intel, DOJ, all of the above have on each one of them right now most powerfully. I just saw Merrick Garland in my mind's eye, just very calmly, like he's working at his desk, and like you reach over to like, you know, like turn on a light. He reaches over with the stack of whatever related to this and like moves it into a different pile closer to him. Now we have to do this, but keeps working. They're so relaxed about it. What's going on with ROE? I mean, all of them. Because I know that you guys. And then on Roberts. Oh, they're not there yet. I forget who this is, but Tarot knows where these belong. I don't have to say them out loud. Gross. Mansion. What do you guys got a mansion? Ugh. Mitch. Oh. No, leave that right there. This is the how Mitch most intimately connects there. Who's this? The GOP. I don't know who this one is. This is... Oh, wow. It almost flew out. Oh, he's got his hands in there. Putin. G. Saudi. And this other country. This is what we know. With all these guys and how they're affecting our Justice Department and our laws, the actions all these guys have taken to affect our laws, they're under freaking. They're under investigation. Gupta showed up with this. This also showed up in the trip to Ukraine. How are you guys doing? So we got that. But let's look at ROE. ROE, oh my gosh. The Once card. This is one of 3 cards I keep in my deck because of the anniversary artwork by the same person. This has become my Once card because it says once in a time, whatever. This is about groups of people, foreign states, coming to the highest levels of the executive branch, legislative branch, all of them, the judicial. This is foreign money, foreign whatever, coming in to manipulate those parts of government to affect our laws, and our DOJ and everyone know it. And the courts. The Queen of Swords. This is our courts, and there are laws from other nations too, but how to splice rules and get them what they want. So this is ROE. The most precious thing in the world today that means so much to everyone, and shining a bright, bright light on Her Majesty for the Dems, for women and equal rights, and protecting their bodies, for the GOP, the money they're going to make off of it. Covered in big secrets. What's going to happen? There's a veil behind here of what's truly going on. She's covered in secrets. This is usually like my secret card for like Pootie and the GOP. The challenge with ROE are the people in government who have talked to one another to make this happen. This is one of those cards. So this is not, this is within government. This is like person to person. This is not nation to nation. So I draw 2 more cards because the challenge with ROE then, dark money, King of Pentacles, Putin, data, 5 of Pentacles. The challenge with ROE is a leader with a lot of money. This is voter suppression. Do you understand that? ROE is up because they're having problems with voter suppression and a likable candidate. That's why it's up, you guys. That's why it's up right now. FBI, CIA, Intel, what do you guys know about ROE? We know that it's a big hot mess. There's been a lot of aggression going on to take it down. It is covered by the Queen of Wands. Are there any women in the Republican Party? No, because the Republican Party is led by Putin. The Queen of Wands is my card for Putin. They know it's been attacked by foreign state leaders to overturn the White House, our Constitution, and success. This is an attack on Biden, you guys. This Queen of Wands, what else is going on with this Queen of Wands? Can't get what she wants. This is another thing. This is Putin's card. Give me, give me, give me, give me everything I want. She can't have what she wants. Why? Because he's dying. The last hurrah. Yep. So, here we go. I start over here. Roberts and ROE. Yep, it's a success. We're on the move. This is what we're going to do. He's in. FBI, CIA, all them know that his challenge is having the, well, they know that he fighting back. Is he fighting back? No, he's got the numbers for what he wants. This is Thomas with the vote on ROE. Big old celebration for him. Does that look like morals? No, that looks like the 6 Wands Mafia mob. Our intel knows what he's been offered. What has Thomas been offered for his vote? What has Thomas been offered? Russian strength. This is, who is this? Cavanasty. Yes, I did that. And Susan Collins should be concerned. He lied to her. He always was planning to do that. I need another card. Guess what? He's the point person. My yes cards are, yes, you're the point person. Why are you the point person? He was the contact. He was the contact to make sure this went through. Intel says, oh no, where's that card? Did I not get a Cavanasty card? Okay. He was a point person. Our Intel, FBI, CIA, everyone know about Kavanaugh. The Moon card. He's been planning this for a long time. It's just a matter of time to get what he wanted. But the Moon card, more importantly, he was the point person for the China-Russia nexus. To get this done. Who's this? Gorsuch. He's there. The King of Cups, reverse. This is to hurt Biden, but it also hide his connections with the Russia and Putin and the FBI Intel. Everyone knows he's the freaking devil. He's the devil. He's not on our side. This is the card for Xi, more so than Putin. This is Xi and Trump. So it looks like, who had the King of Cups? Oh, well, him. So he's the nexus for Xi and Putin. Cav is the contact, the plan that was got him in Xi and Putin. And this AC biatch is like, sure, I'll be on the Four Cups. I'll be on the Supreme Court. I'll do what you want. What do you need? And our intel knows that seat was stolen. This is an abortion card. What did she take for abortion? This vote. It's an assault. She is merely there to assault abortion rights from day one. Yep, to find a way to do it, get it done. She's getting her, where are you getting your information? From the sun. She would take her directions and get it done. That's her. Gross. Can't stand these people. Now, what's this? Okay. Over here, we have Mansion and Cinema. Mansion was laughing about this. The Emperor struck. This is Mars. This is force. He likes the strong man. He likes, this is good. This is like leadership too. He's going to help get some things done here, you guys. But FBI, CIA know that he's part of the secret. Our intel knows what he's up to. Cinema. She's a fool. She's along for the ride. Foolishly. Yeah. She's like, what did I do? She's covered it. To spoil the celebration. She's the hidden fool to spoil the Democrats' majority to get what they wanted. They're gross. Now, here we got Mitch. This is interesting. This one is Mitch, related to Roe. The Queen of Cups. Hurt women. Hurt the United States of America. He's going to make sure it gets done. I need another cup. That Queen of Cups. Trump crime syndicate. This is the mob. The transnational mob. Because his connection then. The Five of Wands fighting. Get this done without a fight. And that's how he is connected to it, with the fundraising and the money and the investment to get it done without a fight. Here's Ginny. She's gotten some bad news. She got some bad news, and she's all in on Roe because of this bad news. To kill it. It needs to be killed. She wants that killed. She's having discussions on how to kill it. Why? They know she's having discussions to kill it. Why does she need to kill it? Why does she? To protect the dynasty. China. And the Republican Party. Gross. Who's next? No, that was Ginny. Wasn't that Ginny? Oh, this was the GOP. I'm sorry, the GOP is all in to kill it. I thought that was Ginny. Same story, different person, same crap though. But Ginny, the GOP, they got to kill it. They have bad news. Oh, the Knight of Wands. She is instrumental as a soldier for these guys to get what done. What's your role here as the Knight of Wands, getting stuff done? She's the point person of lovers is nation to nation. She is a soldier for another nation. There you go, Russia, China. Is she not the one who got Cavanasty in? Because that's his card too. And and what the FBI, CIA, all of us know her plans. Her plans. The Two of Wands. That's like the very beginning of her plan. So this like encapsulates the whole enchilada. What about her plans? Yes. Yes, my yes card. She is the point person to make this complete. She is interacting on a world level. This is my deck for FBI, CIA, intel, and what they know. Who's next? Putin. His defenses are up because he's sick. Page of Pentacles. That is how he relates. I think these are Congress people with money because they do what they're told. This is our intel FBI, everyone. Yeah, he wants this done. That's the star. That's the hope. The GOP hoping to get more money to get this done. Here's Xi, the King of Wands. I said this is Xi. I've also called it Angry Putin, but they know the King of Wands is in on this too. The Five of Cups is my card again. It's China, Russia coming aboard, wanting to create havoc here, knock down these cups, get what they want, and have an exit out of this app through another country, another person, a different, like, shell company. You know, China's so dumb. I'm sorry. I love YouTube. I love YouTube. Give me another card for this King of Wands, Xi. This is his investment in the United States to overturn Roe. They want pain for us. This is Saudi to the White House. I just saw an article last week that the Saudis totally believe that they're just blowing off Biden until what's his face is back in. He's not going to be back in. Oh, why do I have all these extra cards now? The Ten of Wands, the burdens of having to wait. This is also transferring data, voter rolls. And this other country, we don't know the timing. This is like a hacking country. I'm like getting Iran. Who else is there? These are the hackers, hacking countries that want to. There's a little bit of Israel in there. They're caught. FBI, Intel, CIA. We have very specific information about this country, information going back and forth. Who plugs in, who plugs out. This is also data going back and forth in leadership. It's a big hot mess. You guys, they are toast. Toast. Let me check in with you guys. Oh, you're welcome, Bonnie Douglas. Clarence Field, 3 deaths in one night. So much love for you. So much love for you, Clarence. Yes. Like I've been telling everybody, I think the last live that I just did, how important it was to take care of your bodies. Watch for accidents. Take care of your hearts, your venous circulation. The heart is going to have a hard run with this through the full moon. You guys, through the full moon, please bubble wrap you guys. You know, stay home. Just be careful. No, you don't have to stay at home, but don't take any unnecessary risks, okay? That was just the last live I did. I have the timestamps in there on about how to take care of your body through this full moon, okay? Okay. So I covered a poop ton of information here. You have to sum up. This whole thing with Roe is a political weapon. It has been the Republican Party's go-to thing in their magic box to win elections because it incites the base. It gets them in another frenzy. They've had a lot of really bad news lately, and they need some good news. They need to get control of the narrative. They would like it if we just put our heads down in the sand and were depressed and didn't talk about anything else besides Roe. But we are smart. We can multitask. We can connect, We can do two things at once. There is nothing. They cannot drag us through the mud like they used to. They're a nuisance. You just have to think of them as a nuisance because worst case scenario, they just never succeed in getting stuff done. Do you know how much work it was for them to, oh my gosh. You know what? They're not going to succeed. It's just not. I'm sorry, I got to clean these up. Yeah, it's just, it's like their last hope. I want to know what the GOP is hoping this does for them, because, you know, they still want their mistresses to get their abortions. You know, they want to make it a living hell for blue states. They want to inflict pain. That's all that it is, because it's a power grab. Okay. Our transits today also had something in common with the Nazi surrender chart. Did I say that earlier? The GOP is down here. Oh, Mars right now, 13 Pisces. The United States asteroid, Nessus. Remember, Nessus is your abuser in a chart. It's that disgusting asteroid. It wasn't okay, I can't remember the name of the mythology of the people, but basically Nessus represents your abuser in the chart, because when man and wife, like I want to say Artemis, Demeter, Aeschylus, I don't know, needed to cross a river and have a safe transfer over the river, because I don't know if people were coming for them or a war was coming, but they had to get over the river with safe passage. And so Nessus took the wife across the river first, where then he assaulted her violently. The husband saw it, but he told the wife, in the future, if your husband is unfaithful and you need to know the truth, take this cloak and put it on him, and it will force him to tell the truth. That cloak also had body fluids from Nessus. Gross. So over time, the wife suspects him of cheating. She wants to know the answer. She puts the cloak on him, and he bursts into flames because Nessus lied and killed her husband. So this is the abuse that you have. It's your abuser, but the stuff that lasts for so long and shows up again, and it's like you can't get out of the dance of that. Mars in Pisces right now, within the past week, just went over USA Nessus, the abuser. And this is what they were carrying forth. Is there anything else? Again, like I said last time, we will do asteroids next time, because we are going to get our cosmic armies on, and we are going to leverage the cosmos in our fights going forward for our nation. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Joanne. Oh, Holly Coleman. Holly Coleman, she knows the names. Has to do with the wife of Heracles. Thank you. I knew there was a CLE in it. Okay, anything else, you guys? Thank you, Michelle My Bell. Harold, do not lose hope. Go take a nap. Do not lose hope. I told you all the reasons why not to lose hope. You just need to flood yourself with self-love. I love myself anyways. I love myself anyways. I love me anyway. I love everything about me. You need to get that radical self-love going to pump you up, because this is the season for it. Love Mother Earth. What is the GOP getting out of this? They're political weaponry. They're just getting ready for the midterms is all. This is how it functions for them. It's not about morals. It's about having power and extinguishing the opponent. GOP. Why? Show me the GOP, the Republican Party. I want to see the relationship to Roe. This is a Republican Party. This is Roe. They feast on it. It's like their favorite thing at a buffet. They love Roe so much. Love Mother Earth. I talked in detail earlier at the beginning of this video about the GOP's relationship with the ROE chart from 1973 and how it has always been in their control. It's theirs. They own it. That's how they see it. They live it. They breathe it. And it's why I think we need a new chart. So GOP, how is it that you relate to ROE? What is it that you like about ROE? What does ROE do for you? Well, it does this. See, they feel so happy, like they're like at the park having ice cream. The sun is shining. They love it. What does ROE do for you? It does this and this. And at the foundation, why it's so important. Oh, the heart of the matter. And what's crowning you, GOP? Voter suppression. Keeping people out of power, away from power. Get those people out. There's a lot of white supremacy going on with their ROE. I want to rule the world. I'm a dictator. I'm an old white guy, and you people don't get to have a choice. The Eight of Cups, we're setting something up for the elections. We're going to create a big tizzy, and we're going to walk away and let everyone fight over it. Over pregnant women. So, GOP. This is what they think about ROE. They talk to each other about it. This is the card. What do they talk about? They talk about blending laws and ideas in their faith to gum up the system and get people stuck. You know, create this big problem, do this thing that works, because what they're covered in? Aggression. This is their war on all of us. That's how they use it. They blend these things together and they just sit back and watch. This is ROE. To them, the big secret. What we really think about ROE, it isn't because of anything inspirational, the High Priestess. It isn't because we're spiritual or we really believe in a soul. No, it's a big lie. We do not have that regard for that. We're not going to believe in that. We don't believe in that stuff with ROE. The dynasty. The haves have the power. This is how they stay in power. This is what ROE means to them. The money, the party, DGAF, about women and what they need. It's just a thing covered in money by the family. The GOP says, well, ROE does. It does this. It helps them win. It helps them win. They talk about secret discussions about how to win. And Page of Pentacles, get moneyed news. This is all about money. And ROE, yes, I said that. That's what I do. This is my yes card. See, I wrote yes on top of here. Yes, I am the focal point. The once card. To have people approach government. This is like going into dark money and foreign states to get control over the United States. Over abortion. It's their function of hanging onto power and money, other countries being assured that they can have some sort of say in abortion. It's a tool. It doesn't function for life. Do you see any babies here? Do you see any women here and children and a happy family? No, it's about money. Heart of the matter is the Fool. They do not want all those people to have a new start. They want to keep their thumb on them and squash any hope of getting anywhere. This is stopping them. This is grounded in opportunity. Those people have too much opportunity, which is a challenge to us in our celebrations. What's crowning all this? That is the Justice Department. They're going to do whatever they can to have justice, to have power. It's not about children. It's nothing moral. It is just a tool. So as you go forward and you hear them talking about Roe, please, please think in your head, not how upset we, oh my gosh, we need, holy cow, you guys are just zapping all over the place. Not think about how upsetting it is. Try to shift your frame of mind into what's the function of this right here, right now, because this is when they got all that crap started with attacking school boards a year ago, and they sailed on that into October, November, and then poof, it disappeared. This is the same thing. If you could take the sting out of it and just observe it, you will see this is the same function. Think like a psychologist and look for the motive behind these things, okay? Power control, amen, yes. I know Bonnie Douglas, back in the 70s, women were not allowed to get a credit card unless they had a father or husband to co-sign for it. We've come so far. They want to keep their thumb on us. Okay. Okay, so I'm sorry, you guys. I will not be going down the rabbit hole of despair because we have such beautiful energies that are inviting radical self-love. This is what I want to show to you guys. This is what I tweeted today. Be still, my heart. Venus is in Aries. Get out there and love on you for your courage, your defense of wonderful, new, optimistic you. Your biggest new frontier. Go get that you and fall in love with you. Radical self-love is here. Radical self-love for Roe is here. Radical self-love in the face of shame for, being baby killers. Radical self-love anyway. Got it? Disclaimer. This is where I fail classical astrology because Venus is in her fault. People don't like Venus in Aries. They just think, she's not love. She's still loving. She's just a fighter now. Think about Aries. F around and find out. Asteroid, who's been doing a lot of work, and she DGAF what anyone thinks because she loves herself. And just like you guys know, I love Mars and Cancer, even though it's in its fall, because it defends the home. So this is where I send different messages as an astrologer. Venus in her fall, just like Mars is in its fall in Cancer, I love Mars and I love Venus in Aries. Except for the a-hole GOP, get uber misogynistic and get their strongman ego going. But Venus is energized to go out there and work the love for you and defend self and dare to bring it to the haters. Do you hear me? You're able to love and defend yourself. So when the haters are assholios, you can clap back and then they're like, whoa, what was that? And they don't bother you again. It's okay to get self-centered. This is the season for it. But it is easy to get lost in that because it's really a lovely, juicy energy for the ego. It's easy to get lost in, and it's harder to rein in the ego's righteousness. But your ego needs righteousness to defend itself. You can't just be walking around all diminished. It can get lost in the ego and not rein itself in and have problems with boundaries, but that is the awesome lesson you get about your boundaries with other people through Aries, the one that defends and loves you. Okay? It's okay to stand up for yourself. But there too is a season we all need to fire up and love on the self because who else can do it like you? Get high on you. Get high on the reason why you love Roe so much and you love women having the right to choose and why you are righteous to want the GOP to GTFO, and why we are so your self-worth, the worthiness of this nation to have the correct laws with ease, okay? That's the note that has to be held. You have to make that shift. I don't want to bring in, me personally, don't want to bring in the dread and dreariness from USA 1776. No, we are reborn, which means all of this is reborn, and it's going to hit the GOP so freaking hard, okay? But it's work. It's work. We've got work to do, you guys, okay? So I will, Electra will retrograde affect the decision of the Roe versus, oh boy, this Mercury retrograde. Did you get your stuff done, you guys? Is in Gemini. This is now. It's May. It has a long-standing pattern for 2022, okay? Because we still have eclipses. But here's the thing. In June, we hit USA Pluto return number 2. Pluto is retrograde right now. It just went retrograde on Friday. And then this fall, Mars will be in Gemini retrograde with eclipses that are going to keep going back to this. So can you see what this is going to do for the GOP and their big wicked plan that they've been doing with USA 1776? They're screwed. It's just so disjointed. Meanwhile, Speaker Pelosi, who is a phenomenal astrologer, already has a plan in place. She knows how to use the retrogrades. My God, she was in Ukraine at this new moon solar eclipse. And then the next day she went to Poland. Holy crap. Holy freaking crap. These guys, we're going to go, overturn Roe. Blah. Show me this Mercury in May with Roe. Oops. Retrograde. It's going to get a little dicey with the retrograde. And it's going to get dicey quickly about what happens. I am not asking for an outcome. I do not want an outcome because this is a process. We've got major eclipse clicks. Okay, I am not going to make any predictions about it. I'm just going to tell you we're sitting really pretty. And we're not going back to the past. This Pluto return with Roe. This is number 2. And then in the fall, we're going to have Mars in Gemini. And then we're going to have eclipses. No. I said I'm not predicting anything. And my no card is at the top. No. Which is usually to fight a cover-up, but I mean, no. Okay. This was the card I got for Pelosi's plan. She's going to hit them so hard from the past. They're screwed. She is not worried at all. I did not get any worry, nothing from her. This is the Pluto return. Uh-oh, we got to fight. 2 of Pentacles are fighting. But there's an upper hand here. This is Mars retrograde, which is going to activate this. Well, the King of Wands leadership someone. This is not Biden. I feel like this is Mitch. Oh my God, is Putin dead? Is he gone? There's an influence that is gone, you guys. There's an influence that can't do it anymore. And there's not any dark month. You see, the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands, the ones who want this, are on their heels, upside down with this Mars retrograde, because these eclipses are bringing in new news. These eclipses this fall are going to bring in some new news. Oh, that are just going to make it so hard for them. And there's going to be fighting. There's going to be, I feel like this is infighting with this. And it's going to trigger all this because their plan sucks. Their plan, they can't get off the ground. So, what do you think? Sound good? Okay. I hope that answers your question, Electra. I am going to end it here. This was a really big powwow. There's a big, strong message in here. You guys, do not go down the fear route. Do not go down the fear route, please. Do not, do not, do not. That's what you have to work on, okay? So, I will get back to you guys with your asteroids soon, I hope. But you guys have just, everybody wants an asteroid, which is fine. Okay. But we're going to get our game plan on because there ain't no digital armies like there is going to be this cosmic USA 2.0 activist army. You guys ready? We got this, okay? So you guys have a great evening. Thank you. Thank you, Paisley. Thanks, Deb Z. Thank you, moderators, so much. You guys are awesome. I saw a lot of those things you were deleting here and there. Thank you so much for your donations. We got this, you guys. We are good. Good night, Holly. Thank you, Electra. Thank you, Bonnie. Happy Mother's. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Marie. Yeah. I hope you guys are fired up and ready to go. Love, love, love on yourselves, okay? Love to all. A challenge is shift into grace. I like that, Dr. Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. Okay. Good night, you guys. Night all.